Hi everybody, I am Francisco Gil White and I am here interviewing Ruchi Avital. Very nice to see you.
Nice to see you in person.
In person. The left around the world has been taught since the late 60s, 70s, they've been taught, this is what Marxist professors did in Western universities all over. They taught their students that if you're the little guy, you're always right. So if they can convince you that one side is smaller, weaker, has less territory, fewer weapons, whatever the dimension of smaller, weaker, then automatically they're right no matter what they do.
Exactly.
And the other side, the bigger side, the one that has more land, perhaps more weapons, whatever, they're always wrong. You don't have to interpret their behavior. You don't have to look at evidence. The minute you label them as small and big, automatically you're supposed to know who has justice on their side, and you're not supposed to think at all about what they're doing.
That's what Professor Gad Saad famously calls suicidal empathy.
Right.
Right. That this is what's happening all over the world. In Europe, especially, we're seeing with the admission of millions of Muslim immigrants who do not share the cultural ethics and values of the host countries and are destroying it from within.
Yes.
And this was just getting a foothold then in the 70s and 80s. Right. And this was very typical of the Israeli left as well. The Israeli left created a new religion. A
secular religion.
Jews, there's no such thing as a Jew who's not religious. It's not always Judaism. If it's not Judaism, then they have to pick another religion. There's something inherently religious about the Jewish soul, as a generalization, of course. And that's why we see in history, for example, in the communist movement in Russia and the Bolshevik movement, we see an inordinate and disproportionate amount of Jews among the leaders of the Communist Party, Trotsky, and so on and all.
Because they were substituting one religion with another religion.
Exactly, and fanatically so.
Right.
And the religion of the leftist Jew in Israel became peace. Peace became the most important value beyond everything else, beyond life, actually. Whereas in Jewish religion and in Judeo-Christian society, I would say this also to groups and journalists, if I were to ask you, what is the most important value? Any of you, from Europe, from America, whatever, I think 100% of you would say a human life. But if a person can kill their sister or mother over family honor, then obviously honor is a more important value than human life.
Right.
Even of your own family.
Right.
So I think, just to make sure that we're on the same cultural page, we are not all on the same culture.
Okay, but what I see, and what a lot of other people see, who are defenders of Israel, we see something that looks like a madhouse. So we see the overwhelming majority of the media in Israel, certainly all the very big media in Israel, behaving as though they are getting paid by the enemies of Israel.
You couldn't put it better. It's like as if they are Hamas spokespeople.
Exactly.